How much money do you really need to start an online print-on-demand store? Hey, it's Wes from Printful. If you stay to the end of this video, I'll show you the 6 things you need to keep in mind when creating your print-on-demand startup budget. We'll also go through the real example of a startup budget I made for Alex, one of our marketing specialists. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and tap on the little bell icon to get notified about our latest videos, and never miss out on new ways to make your store more successful. Before creating a store, you'll need to choose a platform on which to build your store on. E-commerce platforms vary in price and functionality, and it's up to you to choose what works best for you. To make the choice easier, we've made an e-commerce comparison chart. Here, you'll find a list of all the platforms we integrate with and important details about each one, including pricing. Overall, the pricing of an e-commerce platform is based on 3 factors. First, the platform itself. Open source platforms like WooCommerce are free to use, while others like Shopify and Squarespace have a monthly subscription fee. Marketplaces like Etsy and eBay charge you a percentage of your sales and collect a fee for each listing you make. Some platforms have additional perks you can purchase that are worth considering when starting your business. Make sure to include them in your budget. The second factor is hosting. Most paid platforms include hosting in their subscription fee, but open source platforms, you'll need to set up your own hosting. For that, you can use SiteGround or other services that usually charge a yearly fee. And finally, the domain. Open source platforms will require you to buy a domain to function, and while on paid platforms a domain isn't mandatory, it is recommended. It just looks more professional if you can direct your customers to a .com instead of the default domain that a platform gives you. An additional expense you might want to consider is whether or not you're capable of setting up your store yourself. You might want to hire a professional to do it for you. Creating a brand logo and other branding visuals, as well as designing your storefront, can be done for free if you want to build a simple looking store or if you have graphic design skills yourself. However, you might want to hire a designer to do it for you. For logos and other branding visuals, you can use Printful's design services or Fiverr.com. For themes, you can usually get some basic store designs for free, depending on the platform, or you can purchase them on marketplaces like ThemeForest. Creating your product design can also be done for free. The first option is use Printful's mockup generator. There's a link to a video that shows you exactly how to do it in the description below. The second option is to use free graphic design software like Photopea or GIMP. If you want to know more about free design programs, you can check out our top 5 free design apps video. There's a link to it below. If you don't feel confident in your design skills just yet, you can also hire a designer to create your designs for you. Printful Design Services or other places like Fiverr will come in handy here as well. Once your designs are ready, it's time to test them out. There are a few things to keep in mind about Printful's sample orders. You get a number of sample orders each month with a 20% discount off the fulfillment price. Depending on the order items and shipping destination, sample orders are also eligible for free shipping. When you register with Printful, you get 1 sample order a month and a maximum of 2 items in order. Once you've connected your e-commerce platform to your account, you get 2 sample orders a month with a maximum of 3 items in order. For more information on sample orders and a list of destinations with free shipping, check out our Getting Started FAQ. There's a link in the description below. There's a ton of things you can do to get your brand name out there and get your first sales, and the good news is a lot of them are completely free. Check out our marketing tips playlist for ideas on SEO, Instagram, and other ways to promote your store. However, the fastest way to reach people outside of your current audience is by using paid advertising like Facebook ads. Now, Facebook ads is a topic for a whole other video, but here's a crash course. You don't need a massive Facebook advertising budget to see results. You just have to direct your funds to those products and methods that have the biggest chance of success. When you launch your store, you should have a minimum of 5 products on it. To begin, put $5 on each of them and run ads for a day or 2. After that, see which one works the best and put an additional $10 on each. Terminate the ads that don't yield results, but don't judge too fast. Run the ads for at least 24 hours to get reliable results. So if you have 5 products that run on $5 ads, that's $25. Let's say 2 of those ads are getting traffic and purchases to your store, so you add another $10. That's $45 total. Once your sales start rolling in, you can repeat the cycle and direct revenue to test more ads. You have to keep in mind that whenever your customer places an order, you charge the customer the retail price, and when the order comes through Printful, Printful charges you the fulfillment from the payment method you've set up. So once you're ready to launch, make sure the payment method you've set up on your Printful account has enough money to cover at least the first few days of purchases made. How fast you receive the money from your customer depends on the e-commerce platform and bank you use. On most platforms, you can schedule your payouts daily, but depending on your bank, funds may take 3 to 5 business days to appear in your bank account. If a payout day falls on a public holiday, the money will be sent on the next business day. To find out more about how the platform you've chosen handles payouts, reach out to their customer support team. In general, I would recommend putting at least a week's worth of sales on the account connected to Printful. The amount depends on what you're selling and how much sales you expect to get in a week. You can check out our Setting Up Billing video for more information on how to handle your orders. Now that we've gone through all the things you need to consider when calculating your startup budget, let's go through the one I made for Alex. Alex has chosen to use Shopify as his e-commerce platform. The basic subscription will cost him $29 a month. In addition to that, he's going to buy a domain from domain.com to look more professional. That's going to cost $9.99 a year. Shopify will also charge him 2.9% fee per transaction plus 30 cents for an order, but Alex will include that into his retail price for his products. The total, $38.99. Alex will use one of the free Shopify themes for his store, and his logo will be text-based, so no expense there. Likewise, his store will feature simple text-based designs created with free design apps and the Printful mockup generator. Total cost, $0. Alex is connected his Shopify store to Printful, so he gets 2 sample orders a month with 3 items per order at 20% off. To test 5 Bella Canvas 3001 t-shirts with a simple text-based design on the front, he is going to spend $10.03 per shirt, making the total $50.15. Shipping in Europe from the Europe Fulfillment Facility for sample orders is free, and the same goes for the US. For Facebook ads, Alex is going to start with the $5 per product for a few days, and then he plans to add $10 more for at least 3 of his products if they succeed. Total, $55. Keeping in mind that it will take a couple of days for the money to get to his bank account, Alex is hoping to make at least $100 worth of sales the first week. So the credit card that he has connected to his Printful account has to have at least $100 on it for the purchases to go through. And that makes a grand total of $144.14, plus at least $100 on the payment account connected to Printful. You can find a checklist of all 6 steps and the resources I mentioned to help you along the way in the description below. What else do you want to know about starting a print-on-demand store? Let me know in the comments below. Hey, I hope you enjoyed that video. Remember that every store is unique and this was only one example budget. You can create one that fits your needs specifically by using the resources that are in the description below. And while you're at it, why don't you go ahead and subscribe to our channel so that way you don't miss any new content just like this.